Welcome to Bedcrime Stories Podcast. I'm your host, T, and if true crime is your jam, and like me, you enjoy delving into unsolved cases, trying to figure out who done it, please consider subscribing. Also, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. It can really help me. So, Jose's interviews with Justice for All have set off a maelstrom of denials and accusations from everyone from Allie to H's dad to BK to Candace via BK and beyond. One person I wanted to hear from on this topic was Jodiesue. So I spent a little time live chatting with her on her YouTube channel Thursday night, and she had some interesting things to say about Jose's interview and his stay at the Wells residence. Over these past 9 months that Summer's been missing, Jodiesue has been, in my opinion, a strong voice for the little 6-year-old, daring to speak out even when she was living right there in Beach Creek, putting her neck on the line to try and help with Summer's case. And, in return, she and her family were mistreated by many, subjected to harassment by lowlifes who wanted to inflict hurt, harm, and stress on her. Say what you will about Jodiesue, I think she's been a positive in a case where good things and good people are all too rare. So here's the gist of it. Jodiesue is skeptical of Jose's stories and details. She pointed out something that I had thought too as I listened to Jose, that what he had to say in many instances was the same information that other people have already shared in interviews about the Wells, Summer, Chateau Wells, Don, and Candace. As in, Jose could have easily picked up some of the information he shared from watching YouTube videos and interviews of the various key players in the case. While he did share some new things, a beautiful, poignant, vivid description of Summer, much of what he said we already knew from Allie. The house was exceptionally filthy. The kids weren't treated to nutritious homemade meals. There were roaches running around. Summer loved to run around barefoot outside, and she loved to play in the mud. Also, some of the information Jose blurted out was private, sensitive information about people under the age of 18. Is that really the right thing to do? How does that help anyone? Doesn't that just create more collateral damage to young people trying to cope with an overwhelmingly difficult trauma? It's important for us to ask, why is Jose suddenly showing up on YouTube? What took him so long? And why is he suddenly so chatty and so desirous of being interviewed, not only by Justice for All, but also by Chris, as in, I think, the Chris McDonough of the interview room? Jose kept mentioning the name Chris during his chat with Justin, and Justin said something to the effect that he was working on it. I think he meant working on getting in touch with Chris and setting up an interview. Jodiesue also pointed out that the Wells children were probably, like anyone in their right mind would be, afraid of this stranger who suddenly showed up one day and moved into their house. Those kids maybe were used to their parents bringing home strangers, but maybe they weren't. And maybe even if they were used to it, maybe they didn't like it. Jodiesue made another really good point. Jose taking up room in the small, cluttered house basically took much-needed space away from the children who were already deprived of large, spacious rooms in which to play and enjoy privacy. From what Jose describes, it sounds like he was sleeping in Summer and Waylon's bedroom area / playroom. Is that a kind thing to do to 3 little kids who already don't have enough room in which to play, sleep, do their homework, just be by themselves? Also, remember, Jose, Candace, Don, and Grandis got into a drunk, heated, and I'm sure scary exchange inside the house. Guess who were the spectators to that debacle? That's right, Summer, Josie, Wyatt, and Waylon. Jose did say he would drink with Candace, Allie, and H from time to time, and I don't mean Mountain Dew. Therefore, he was a participant in the debauchery. So why now are we all praising him? Why are we all buying into everything he says about the nice things he did for the kids? Is Jose really this saint who brought normalcy and goodness into the Wells home? Jodiesue also questioned whether Jose would have survived one night of telling Don and Candace what to do in their own home. She said Don was perfectly capable of fighting another man, and she'd seen him do it in the past. Do we really believe that Don Wells would just sit there and accept this man telling him what to do in his own house? That doesn't sound like the Don Wells we've come to know and loathe, right? I'm sure some of what Jose says is true, but maybe some of it is not true. With such a cast of crazy characters, it behooves us to ask what's true and what isn't. Who's authentic and who's inauthentic? And why are they turning up? What's their end game? Until the next time on Bed Crime Stories.